Salutations, D&D lovelies. Today we're going to be trying out a new type of video that I have never really tried before, but I really hope you all enjoy. So, as you all can see by the title, I am here to share with you one of my D&D characters and how I homebrewed an entire new subclass inspired by their whole vibe. And yes, if you've seen my D&D shorts in the past month, then you will already know the subclass. However, this video will provide context and hopefully inspiration on how you can either make your own characters from the subclass, or even inspire you to make your own subclass from your own characters if you want to be extra like me. A moment though, if you would do me the absolute pleasure in bestowing me a thumbs up if you enjoy the video, and please subscribe to my Crystalline Caverns if you want to show your love. And there's a little notification bell if you want to go ring. But let's get back to the video proper. To begin, let's talk a little about my character making process. Every character I have made centers around a core concept, thing, or idea close to me. From gemstones to tulips, from grief to anarchy, each one of my characters embodies at least one thing that I adore, or relates to in some way. From there, I expand that core element into a fully fledged character. My last step is to seek mechanics of the TTRPG I am playing to support the concept. And most times I'm able to find something that works. However, sometimes the mechanics as they are written can feel restrictive or miss the mark ever so slightly off my vision, and it always feels so frustrating, you know, because I sometimes feel I have to contort my vision and my idea to whatever is available. Now, sometimes one of the best ways to address the more surface level things is to just reflavor it. I am the queen of flavor. I reflavor, reskin things all of the time to give my character's playstyle their own unique and fun vibe. For example, I had once flavored a Battlesmith Artificer's Mechanical Servant, so that instead of it being a pet battle robo, I made it to where it could be my character's self-defense wheelchair that their father made for them. So flavoring can really be useful to fit your character's story and aesthetics. Sadly though, you can only reflavor a mechanic so much until it becomes an entirely different mechanic. And at that point, you need to either just pick a different mechanic or make up your own. So that is what we'll be getting into today. Here is my character and their new subclass. If you like what you see in this video, then please check out my Patreon, where you can get a full in-detail PDF of the subclass that helps keeps the gems a-glowing and the show a-going. So, kicking off this little series, we have Donna and her goodest girl, Villa, her pet giant face spider that she rides. My core element with Donna is my admiration of spiders. I know they're not everyone's thing, and they even scare me from time to time, so I won't be showing them off here. But, for me, I always wanted to defend spiders. They're just little creepies who help make sure the other little creepies don't overrun the world. But what kind of character can I expand from this spider appreciation? In bullet time fashion, here are some basic factoids of my favorite little spider writer. She's a rags to stitches story, shuns deep gnome urchin turned into an eat the rich assassin type. She saved a baby face spider from being killed and now is the best foster spider mama. She loves gold and food. Mostly gets the gold to get the food, and I mean the really good food. The kind of food that makes you drool the moment you smell it. Not any of that pretentious shit, but just a good old burger. And Villa's, our little baby's favorite food is blueberry pie. Villa's second favorite food is the flesh of Donna's victims. And a little bonus fact, Donna was the second ever D&D character I had made up to that point. And he's really fun. As you can imagine, being an assassin, having a giant face spider that can traverse the ethereal plane and scout ahead of you is incredibly useful. But as the rules lawyers have probably already pointed out, you cannot have a face spider as a beast master companion for the ranger, as a beast has to have a CR rating of a quarter or below. And a face spider is not only a monstrosity, not a beast, but it's also like a CR3, so yeah. But I had a very generous GM who approved of the face spider because the mini Halloween campaign he was running was meant to be scary and a little difficult. So he was like, have at it, it's gonna be fun. And that honestly was such a fundamental touchstone in my TTRP journey, as I realized that the rules could be bent, they could be broken. And as long as everyone is chill and having a good time, then your pencil and your imagination were kind of the only limits. So, now that we have a grasp as to who Donna and Villa are, what kind of subclass did I want to make for them? What were my goals? What rules were getting in the way? What rules could I reskin? And how can I make the subclass tailored to suit Donna, but not so specific as to alienate others from enjoying the subclass? Well, let's list them out. First, I wanted to have a mountable companion that wouldn't just die when they were brought down to 0 HP. People play TTRPGs to have fun and tell stories, not for their imaginary pet to die. Secondly, I wanted to lean into the ethereal plane as a source of power, not just aesthetics, as I really hadn't seen subclasses lean into it at all, and I wanted to give it a shot. Thirdly, I wanted to have the ranger actually feel powerful and epic as all hell, but to do it in a way that still honored the OG ranger's core strengths, like scouting ahead and be able to survive the worst of situations. Fourthly, I wanted to make sure that I was referring to the Drake Warden, that when I was referring to the Drake Warden or the Beastmaster subclasses, that I didn't just make a reskin, but to create a whole separate identity away from those two. So, what did I cook up? Well, I would like to present to you the Ethereal Drifter. An ethereal drifter transverses the mists of uncertainty, alongside spectral companions who grow alongside them. These spectral allies empower their drifters with ethereal gifts to survive the great tidal forces of chaos. A drifter knows that even within the aimlessness of life and the fogs of despair, they will never be alone, as the ghosts that haunt them are their dear friends. So mechanically, what did I make? Starting out, we have Clouded Soul, allowing you to learn and understand languages typically found in the ethereal plane, like Deep Speech and Abyssal. But as for the core ability of the subclass, we got Spectral Companion, granting you a little ghost buddy. These specters come in 3 different flavors, cause why stop at one? We've got the Crawler, the Glider, and the Slither, with their own personalized stat blocks. You can choose only one, so be aware of its strengths and weaknesses. The Crawler is our brawler, but can't attack at range. The Glider is our sniper, but is easier to take down, and the Slither is our utility tank, but they are the slowest. And side notes, the reason why I went for making archetypes rather than any actual specific creature or animal with these specters is so that I can have built-in freedom for the player. The crawlers don't have to be just spiders, they can be scorpions, beetles, crabs, any other type of creepy crawly. Gliders are your bats, owls, ravens, or it could just be a floating eyeball. And slithers are your sea serpents, snakes, eels, weird magical tapeworms, who's to say. My design philosophy is that I want to grant players the most flexibility around a singular concept so that they can express themselves to the best of their ability. Moving on though, all of the buddies have incorporeal movement, allowing them to transverse through objects like nothing. And later on, both of you will gain the ability to enter into the ethereal plane itself, allowing for some very fun shenanigans and strategies. Also, while your little ghost buddy is summoned, your attacks get more powerful, and by level 7 you can ride your little specter as they hit puberty! Lastly, for your capstone feature, your ranger can choose to either fuse with your ghost buddy, allowing you to become immune to non-magical attacks, as well as synchronize with your companion and just wreck house. It is a beast of a mode. Or you may choose to get to the very bad touch feature that's an ethereal plane-based banishment, but stronger. I made it so once your enemy has failed to save and is shunted out of this plane, they do not get a chance to come back. However, they can give themselves advantage on the roll by sacrificing some hit points, so it's a little harder to pull off than regular banishment, but still guarantees some damage. I personally love what I've created here. I adore the scouting potential with this class, the ability to see the traps before they happen, to find the hidden treasures, to get a quick out of jail free card. but I also adore the cavalry potential of riding into battle on a Nazgul against your foes and terrifying your enemies. So, what you think? Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I've got plenty of characters and subclasses in the works, so please stay tuned. And if you would like a full, in-detail PDF of this subclass and the others I have made so far, please check out my Patreon, link in the Hugadagadi. You can buy them individually, or sign up to a tier to get access to all of them at once. It'll help feed our cats and keep me doing what I love. At the end of the day, though, what I want all of you to remember is this. You are wonderful, you are loved, and don't let the surface dull your shine. Until next time, keep on dazzling. Valedictions! Bye!